amateur, 56 in February in her Fury Amateur Series debut, went the distance. She did have a big cut for this fight. Found out about 5 weeks ago, roughly, that she's going to take this fight and cut about 40 pounds to get to this moment. Is so tough, is Kyle Steele.
Yeah, that's wild. She's got her striking coach, Joel. We've seen him as a cutman in the past, but he just opened up a spot called Species MMA. Josh Altum over there, really cool group of martial artists at that academy, and congratulations to them for getting that program running. That was put out super high quality, fighters, but their striking especially is always, it's like classic fundamentals with modern craft. It's really cool to see how, they can mix up their boxing with modern MMA style striking. I mean, they got a really cool program. I've worked with a lot of other guys. They actually did some bare knuckle rounds, where they did some boxing rounds. My boy Jake, who just made his BKFC debut last night, so it's gonna be a fun fight.
We look at our tail of the tape, brought to you by the Danuna Law Firm. Reach advantage and height advantage going to the 25-year-old Rosalani Ikei. Both fighters are inside. Let's get our introductions.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest, brought to you by Danuna Law Firm, is scheduled for 3 rounds in the Fury Amateur Series Strawweight Division. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner. This mixed martial artist stands 5 feet 5 inches tall, and she weighed in at 116 pounds. Fighting out of Phoenix, Arizona, by way of Honolulu, Hawaii, she holds a perfect amateur record, 4 wins, no losses. Here is Rosalani Ikei. And introducing her opponent across the cage, fighting out of the red corner. This freestyle fighter stands 5 feet 4 inches tall, and she weighed in officially at 115.6 pounds. Fighting out of Houston, Texas, her amateur record stands at 2 wins, only 1 defeat. Here is Coyote Kyle Steele. Your referee in charge of the action, Danielle Guevara.
All right, Danielle Guevara inside. Coyote Kyle. I'm going to say Coyote. Sounds way better. Rosalani Ikei.
Oh, good to sit down there.
Told you I would tell you about Rosalani's dad. Competed in the Olympics and holds 7 world records and 27 national records in Olympic weightlifting.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say like Taekwondo or something.
How impressive is that? Good low kick there on the exit there by Ikei.
So you got to think Rosalani's weight training is on point. I mean, she looks like a physical specimen.
It'd be awesome to get Olympic level genetics.
Yeah, and you gotta think that the genetics, the work ethic, all that stuff is got to be implanted from a very young age.
Yeah, she said that's why, herself and her siblings, they just strive to be better and go above and beyond. And they also feel this like cultural pressure of maintaining that culture and competing in hula dancing. Ooh, a big flurry there by Rosalani.
It was a good get up from Kyle Steele. I'll tell you, Rosalani, she threw a really nice jab cross and then threw a jab. Oh, that rocked her bad.
Oh, wow. Rosalani Ikei!
Rosalani rocked her bad with that right hand. Kyle Steele doing her best job to recover, but man, she was effectively out on her feet.
Absolutely stunned Kyle Steele. 1 minute left, guys.
She is all over Kyle Steele now.
She was looking for a little crucifix entry. Kyle Steele kept that right elbow tight. But what I was saying was, Rosalani, she threw a jab cross and it landed flush. And then she threw a jab and feinted the cross and threw a really hard low kick. and that got her opponent thinking about that low kick, and then she nuked her with another good 1-2, and that's what led to this knockdown.
Kyle Steele would do well just to let the rest of this round run out and just
hold on to that
try to stay out of trouble. there's a really good handle on top of that glove, Alex. Oof. Oof. Yeah, she's got to get up. She cannot take many more of those.
10 seconds left.
Yeah, that's plenty of time.
Who is this going to be? That is it! Rosalani Ikei comes to Fury FC and gets the tap of Kyle Steele.
Wow.
She called her shot. And we've got a fighter to watch here in our strawweight amateur division.
Man, the sit down on that 1-2 was just masterful. Kyle Steele's striking is excellent too. Stiff jab there from Rosalani. Oh man, right over the chin. Yeah.
Oh man. She is absolutely relentless as Rosalani. I know she doesn't have a nickname yet, and maybe it's too generic of a nickname, but relentless Rosalani is the best way to describe her style. And you see that right arm get under the chin of Kyle Steele, and that was it with seconds remaining in the round.
That choke should be called a mean choke, because that's technically wrong on every level. It's just somebody being mean to the other person and just choking them. That's unbelievable. Beautiful from Rosalani. Rosalani Ikei is a force in that 115 division, and I don't expect her to be an amateur much longer, Alex.
No, neither do I.
What if we call her Meanie Weenie? I don't know. I want to give her a nickname here.
Meanie Rosalani.
Meanie Rosalani. Hey, I like that. All right, Wayne, let's make it official.
Ladies and gentlemen, the end comes 2 minutes, 57 seconds into the very first round, declaring her winner by tap out due to a rear naked